do not ride your 2425 ZX6R. Now, that's what everybody is telling you. Do not ride it. Kawasaki is issuing a DNR. If you have not kept up with the news, there's a lot of drama and speculation going on with the stop sell order that was sent to all Kawasaki dealers to basically pull all their new 2425 models off the showroom floor as they're trying to figure out some engine failure problems. Now, there are some dealerships that are going out and calling their customers who have recently purchased a ZX6R within the past year or so and letting them know about the whole issue and that they should probably park their motorcycle and not ride it. And by far, that is true. You should probably park this thing and not ride it, but there's a lot of arguments on Reddit as to, as I quote, F it, we ball, or, I'm gonna play it safe and park it. Now, there's some things to understand about manufacturing here because there is a lot of information, a lot of data that a lot of people are dropping, and we can only take it by a grain of salt. Now, what I have noticed is that a lot of the ZX6Rs that have reported to have actually blown up are between the miles of 600 and 6,500. So if you're past 6,500 miles and been doing track days and stuff like that, where the case gets really hot, expands and contracts onto the crankshaft, and it has not blown, you're probably not affected. And there's another thing that to mention is that everybody seems to think and believe that every single ZX6R is affected by this, and they're gonna have to replace every single engine or rebuild every single engine of a 24 and 25 ZX6R that has ever been sold in the United States, which frankly, that doesn't make sense. Because we also have to take into account that a lot of these guys that own these bikes also modify them greatly, and there's some tuners that are really good and there's some tuners that are really bad, and so those things we have to also take into account, where some tuners will run these things really lean, it'll drop a valve, or burn a piston. There's a lot of variables to go on here. So if you're still in a factory tune, maybe just a slip-on exhaust, and you're past 6,500 miles, you're probably okay. Does that mean that you are absolutely okay? No, I'm just some random dude on the internet, and you take my information with a grain of salt. Absolutely. Right at your own risk. I am still riding mine for now until I get a letter from until I get a letter from Kawasaki saying your VIN is absolutely affected and DNR, do not ride, park the motorcycle. That's when I will park my motorcycle. Here's another thing to understand. The VINs that are probably mostly affected are going to be in the production year between the month of the summer of 2024 into 2025. That seems to be kind of the correlation, because even though this is a 2025 ZX6R, it was actually manufactured and produced in December or November of 2024 according to the VIN. So that is probably where it's gonna more than likely be where the recalls are gonna end up happening, is in that production range. And then you're probably gonna say, well, hey, Pablo, that doesn't make sense because they're pulling all of the vehicles off of the showroom floor. Well, even though this motorcycle is very popular and very, it sells really, really well, mine, I bought it about a month ago and it is June right now. And the production date on it is actually in 2024. So they still have, some dealers will still have some motorcycles in their warehouse or on their showroom floor that could potentially still be within that production range of where this issue is happening. So I'm just trying to look at this from a logical standpoint as to what exactly is going on with Kawasaki and what is going to end up happening. Now, a lot of things that do absolutely suck is the fact that if your VIN is affected and they do take it to the dealership and they issue not full engine replacements but overhauls, this is a 20-hour plus job to pull the engine, split the case, take the crankshaft out, and put it all back together. And on top of that is the amount of parts that are going to be involved and the back order that's going to be going along with it, which means that most of these bikes that are affected are going to be sitting for probably, oh man, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 7 months, easy. And if the range of VINs that are affected is even larger than anticipated, then it could be even over a year. In that case, I do believe or feel like Kawasaki should offer a buyback program or a trade-in option or a rebate of some sort, because a lot of riders are going to be out of a vehicle for a very extended period of time. And if you financed it, I don't know if that's really their responsibility to cover any of that stuff, which I highly doubt it. It's just me being kind of butthurt at this current moment and hoping for the best case scenario. But they're a large corporation. They're gonna do what they can to mitigate a lot of the financial damage that's gonna go along with this. And on top of that, Kawasaki has not yet issued a DNR, though there are representatives or people saying I know of a guy who knows a guy who is a representative of Kawasaki, exactly saying that yes, DNRs are going to be issued, but you know, that's kind of just dust in the wind, really, because in all, Kawasaki has actually been very, very quiet about all this, even though they're acknowledging there's a problem by issuing a do not sell order to all dealerships. But that is as far as we know, and we expect to maybe hear something probably within the next week or two. So we just are we're in purgatory until we know something. So comment down below, let me know if you guys if you have a 2425 ZX6R, are you still riding it? Are you gonna keep riding it? If your engine failed, what was the mileage that it failed on, and what was the whole process that you had to go through Kawasaki to get it all fixed? This is a really crap situation for everybody, but I know I don't post much on this YouTube channel, but this does actually kind of affect me, and I wanted to at least get my 2 cents out there because I was reading a lot on Reddit. I actually made a post on Reddit stating about my $13,000 lawn ornament as kind of a meme to push everybody along, because there's so much freaking out going on at the same time. So it sucks. I got that I got this looming over ahead of me, but you know, it's life. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.